Also, I want to ask you, do you feel that or do you hear things like that, see things like that in your children more and more as they're growing older, that they don't want to go anywhere, they just want to sit at home, do this, do that. I just don't want to go anywhere. Do you see that in your teenagers or early teens maybe? That spirit that they once had, excitement, it's kind of like dying, as if like their spirit is dying. Do you see that in your kids? Tell me, what do you feel? Is that true for your kids? Are you finding that maybe not so much, but you can see it creeping in? Are you experiencing things like that amongst your children? Let me know. Yeah. So Noor said we need it. Sister Hiba said yeah. Walaikum assalam. Charlene, Noor, Shabina. Sister, hope you can share your English language to us because I share it to the kids near my house, an English teacher, but they're fluent in English. I'm just gonna talk in English. Walaikum assalam, Kelly. Where are you from, Hiba? Which country are you in? Walaikum assalam, Birgul from Turkey, mashallah. Walaikum assalam, Shabia. No, 4-year-olds are full of energy. This starts happening when they are like 10, 11, 13, especially in like preteens, and then a lot in teenage years. Walaikum assalam, Noor, Sister Noor. Walaikum assalam. Hope your fundraising is going well. Sister Hiba, okay. They are lazy doing their daily chores. Yeah. Indonesia. Okay. Charlene said, yes, my kids are like that. And most of the time, especially kids at the time of pandemic. Yeah, us probably more so. But even more, I mean, I think this has been, whether pandemic or not, kids have been losing their spirit. They have been, we see this so much like in children today, that instead of being like, teenagers, which is the time of youth, and youth, as we know, should be like filled with energy. That's what youth is synonymous for, right? That it's time filled with energy and willingness and enthusiasm. But do we see that in teenagers or even preteens? Or are they kind of more like just procrastinating, being lazy, no determination, not much determination for anything except maybe a couple of things like games, and not much energy and willingness, like liveliness for life, for things to do. Rarely you would see that. It's not like they're like completely dead like that, but the stuff, alhamdulillah, they have some, but we can see that it's just the spirit is dying. And by the time they are in late teens, a lot of them are not excited about anything. Even good things happen to them with a lot of older and later teens and early 20s. They are not like that excited as probably we were when things happen to us. It's like the joy is sucked out of them. They can't feel that way anymore. They can't feel that joy anymore. They can't feel that excitement even anymore. And I'm not just talking about Quran and Arabic. I'm talking about in general. You're saying you used to love doing that. Should we do that? Can we go there? Let's go visit this person, or let's go do this. Right? They just want to be at home in front of a screen. That's it. That's the dream. And what is that leading to? It is killing them. It's literally killing their spirit. It's literally killing the energy of those children, those games, those devices. And it's what's happened, that lack of energy. Why are they not compare them to the previous generations, the generations of companions. Are our children less than them? Are they worse in character, in just the ability in them? No. Not worse in their design? No. But why don't they have that level of energy, that level of enthusiasm, motivation? Of course, there are many reasons for that, but one big contributor to that is the purposelessness of their life. They're just wandering about purposelessly. And that's why they gravitate more towards games, because now they have an alternative. In a world where, they look at this world, what is that for them? I'm just a kid here in an adult's world. What is my value here? What am I supposed to do? Study so tomorrow I can go make some money. I mean, that's not a purpose that would drive you, really. Very few people, it will drive them for a little while. But children, and especially their purity of their hearts, they see you know, they're not motivated for that. So we need to give them a higher aspiration. Games give them a little bit of that. When the child is playing the game, the world centers around him. He is the one, the hero in that place. He is driving the game. And now there are a lot of network games, right? So they're playing with other children as well. They're a part of, together, they are part of something great, right? um, together they are part of something great. So they feel like, wow, this is awesome. Or, I am great. I'm part, like, I'm doing good here. A lot of the games are saving the world, or they're making a difference. They're achieving something. They are the hero there, making a difference. That world needs them. They're needed in that world. They make a difference there. And they have a team with them together, great companions who are, in that mission with them. And then mom calls, Ahmed, switch off the computer. Did you pray? And then you have to turn down the computer. That world is shattered. That world is shattered. And then you come back to this life, same ordinary life. Chores, Salah, homework, and I am just a kid. Constantly being told you are just a kid in the adult's world. What does this world even need me? Am I even important here? Yeah, my parents love me. I'm important to them. But does the world need me? Am I a hero here? So this is a sinking feeling, right? Sinking feeling as they switch off the game and they come back into this world. This world doesn't have that purpose that they saw in the game. They don't have that company working towards a mission as they were in the game. And the game, another thing the game does is, as they're achieving those achievements in the game, their brain, with every reward, with every achievement, the brain gives them a dopamine hit, right? Releases the dopamine, which is like, the brain drug, which is why they feel like, yes, I got it, right? They feel so great with every achievement. They don't get that so easily in this world. Here you have to work really hard to get an achievement. But for what should I work hard? I'm just a kid. This world doesn't really value me. Maybe when I'm older, I will be very valuable, but that's far away. What about now? So I'm not of value. So what if I just waste myself away? Somebody who doesn't value themselves, it's easy for them to waste themselves away. So they do, and they feel great lack of purpose. They feel a great lack. You might think, no, kids are not thinking about purpose. Kids are thinking about purpose. Everybody is. We need a sense of purpose. Human beings need a sense of purpose. That's how Allah designed us. And our purpose, of course, is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But how? In so many different ways. Kids need to see that you are not insignificant to this world. How much you are needed here. Not just in that fake world of fake achievements, which is just a total illusion, that game, but the real world needs you. Real world needs you to be a hero. The people suffering there in so many ways, in so many things, in so many aspects. This world needs you right now, not just when you are older. So we need to give our children a higher sense of purpose. The Sahabas had that. They were growing up at a time where they were not treated like you are just a kid, go back. They were invited to sit in the meetings with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They were eager, they saw the mission going on, and they participated in it. Kids, as you know, young little kids used to go on missions with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They had purpose. They had opportunity. They were not told that you are just a kid, go back. They were given the opportunity. Doors were opened for them. Do we open that doors for kids today? Do they have that opportunity? No. So no wonder the youth today, they are lazy. I mean, they're not lazy as in made lazy, but that's what they lost that enthusiasm, right? They're like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here then. What is there for me to do anyways? Study? They need purpose, a higher aspiration. We have to raise the aspiration of our children. We have to raise the aspiration of our children. Raise their aspirations to be high as to be good Khalifas of Allah on earth. Not just a kid, not just somebody who has to study to go get a job tomorrow and earn money. Even to school, if you want them to be really motivated in their studies, then it can't be just because you want to make money tomorrow or get a job tomorrow or just because you have to do this. No. Make that a mission. Make that for the sake of Allah. Be a strong Muslim in this world who will help thousands, millions of creations of Allah. I want you to study well because I want you to be that hero for the world. That's a much higher aspiration than just go to school because you have to. Just study because you have to. Right? They see the emptiness in that. The emptiness that we see a lot of adults feel today, much later in their life, when they're in 30s, 40s, we see that, oh, now I realize, and then like, what was all this for? And then the emptiness creeps in. It happened to me too. But their children feel that right now, in their preteens, in their teen years, as now they're, developing that understanding of the world. So what is this for? What was the point? What is the point of all this? As they're entering into the world, they're already trying to search the purpose. They don't find the purpose, so they sink. They lose their spirit. They lose purposefulness, and they lose motivation. Like, there's no point here. And then you will see the effects of that and everything. The world is seeing the effect of that in the rising rates of depression amongst children. Children today are depressed. There are much higher rates, and I can inshallah maybe next time give you exact numbers. Much higher rates of depression amongst children today. Kids as young as 10 years old. 12 years old, 13-year-olds are depressed. I mean, how shocking is that? Kids, that's childhood, that's youth. And if they are depressed, then what kind of a future will they have tomorrow? What kind of a world will we have tomorrow? Your child, your child, this child that you are raising, the best creation of Allah, is designed to be a good Khalifa on earth. Raise him like that. Raise his or her aspirations to be like that. Give them a higher purpose. Not just be a kid. Show them the world needs them. Not tell them. Not just tell them. And tomorrow, inshallah, I will talk about telling versus showing. What that means, what effect it has, and how should we fix that, inshallah. So I will talk more about that tomorrow. But this is today I really just wanted to talk about the sense of purpose. We don't really think about that when we are often talking to kids. All we do is do it because I told you to do it. Right? Like, you're too young to understand why. But they need a sense of purpose and a higher purpose. A Muslim's purpose is always going to be to worship Allah. But I showed you with one example. When it comes to school, make it an act of worship of Allah by making it a higher purpose. That you worship Allah through your maths, through your science, through your social studies, because you will be a strong Muslim, an educated, powerful Muslim who's of benefit to others, not dependent on others. That's a much higher purpose. That's worship of Allah. And show them that the world needs them by contributing to the world. Not just in, be a real life hero, not just a fake one in games. When you help them be a real life hero, then games would mean nothing. The high of being a real life hero to somebody, to the world, compared to the fake one, that would mean nothing. You want to save them from games, from wasting hours and hours in front of a screen, whether it's reading silly magazines or videos or watching YouTube hours and hours. Give them a higher purpose. That purpose will drive them. Purpose drives people. Give them a higher purpose. Okay, I'll stop here. Jazakallah khair. I hope it benefits you. I hope it gives you something to think about and implement, inshallah.